Hello everyone, Derek Stam Toys, and we are back with yet again another action figure review. And today we've got the Supreme Collection Walmart exclusive Kenny Omega from Supreme Series 2, right? This is just the Walmart variant. Yeah, Series 2, number 3B. This is the this is the Walmart exclusive of the Kenny Omega. And I'm very excited to get this open and see what everything looks like. I can say I don't have to buy the promo Kenny no more because this is technically half promo, half ring gear. So I'm stoked about that. And on top of it, it's another Kenny Omega to add to the collection. So, can't really hate on that, but before I keep on rambling on, why don't I open up the package and get the figure out of its plastic prison. Alrighty, you guys, I finally got the action figure out of its legitimate plastic prison. It felt like I had to go in there with a full game full game plan detailed out and everything just to bust this man out of that package, because man, I had to legitimately destroy that package just to get this action figure out. I don't know if there's a clean way of opening those yet, but if there is, I haven't figured it out yet. But now that we've got all the accessories out, all of his accessories are the extra change of outfit, because plug and play, take the torso off, pop it over here, bang, wada boom. Now you've got a promo Kenny. If you don't want the wrist tape, put the jacket on them, which of course the jacket and the arms are its own separate accessory. I've got the little plastic piece inside that still. He also comes with a plain black t-shirt. Yeah, it would have been nice to see actual Kenny Omega merch in this set, but it doesn't bug me too much. He comes with a little necklace that was around the figure's neck when I unboxed the figure, but I figured I'd just take it off. He comes with the 2 sets of fists. He comes with the 1 set of entrance hands or whatever those are. He comes with 1 pointer finger gun, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping to at least see 2. And then he also comes with 2 mic holding hands. He doesn't come with normal open hands, but after the same skin tone, I can just use the ones on the old Kenny Omega. We'll get into a figure comparison with him in a moment. But he also comes with a microphone, standard AEW microphone. If anything, the bottom's a little bit thicker than some of the other ones, but who cares? Maybe Yamada. We've got the AEW World Championship, which looks pretty good. It's kind of just like every other one, maybe a little bit shinier, I don't know. I highly doubt I'll end up busting out my other version of it while I'm reviewing this, but maybe just to have a little side-by-side comparison of the other championship I have of it. Then we've got the normal guy beard Kenny Omega head sculpt, and then we've got the Triple H mutton chopped head sculpt, and he also comes with a pair of sunglasses, but those sunglasses only fit on this head sculpt. I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong, but I cannot get them to fit on this head sculpt at all. Which, now that I'm looking at this head sculpt, it kind of looks like maybe either a little bit of paint got onto his teeth or whatever, but it kind of looks like his 2 front teeth are a little gapped. Not that I'm complaining, but it definitely don't look that way on this figure, so maybe it's just me, or maybe the figure kind of looks like it's got a little bit of gapped teeth, but that's whatever. Now why don't I pop on a couple of hands and we can get into reviewing the action figure main body itself and plug and play some of the other stuff into it and look at the promo gear and all that kind of stuff. Alrighty, you guys, getting into the action figure main body itself. It's got a lot of nice paint app detail, except for here on the wrist. It looks a little smudged and messed up, but it's only on that little area, at least from what I've noticed. Everything else looks really good. So far, the ankles aren't looser than a goose, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem if you're getting this to like pick fed and stuff. I know once I saw this, I was gonna be excited from here on out to pick fed, because this Kenny Omega over here does not really like to stand up as well. At least after a while of using them, like his ankles are just loose as hell. Like I can pivot them as he was standing. That just shows that he doesn't stand up that well on his ankles. But this Kenny Omega so far, I mean, everything seems to be like pretty stiff and solid this go around. I heard some of his other figures after this one were also a lot better, but out of all the gears that they've come out with so far, this one has to be one of my favorites. And the original Ultimate Edition, Supreme Edition Kenny, I've probably been calling it the Ultimate Edition for a little bit now after I got it out of the package. But the Supreme Edition Kenny Omega, like the original one, also has two really good gears. And I wouldn't mind getting the original one, but I only found the Walmart exclusive when I went, so I couldn't get the original one. And if I do want the original one, I'm paying like almost $60 to like $70 for it, compared to paying $45 in store. So, I mean, I guess that's some stuff to kind of look out for, because I don't know if the Walmart exclusive Kenny is also as expensive, but so far, I can't really complain for what I got here. The attire looks really good. It's got a lot of nice detail, and some of the paint detail on the tights, it feels like it was airbrushed onto the tights. It doesn't feel matte, like finished or anything. It has its own like little weird texture to it, compared to like the normal Kenny Omega tights where it's just like flat matte. I don't know what they did with this one, but it feels really interesting in the hand. Unless that's kind of like a downside that I'm not going to want to look forward to, because maybe it'll chip easier while I'm posing it. I don't know. Obviously, it's a new figure, but the butterfly joints even feel better in this one compared to, like, say, the Supreme 1 Walmart Cody, which I can already tell you that this Kenny Omega is kind of already beaten the Cody, in my opinion, just purely because the Kenny Omega so far has yet to break after opening it out of the box. Not that it was anyone's fault, except for either my own or the company's, because I don't know why it broke, but the bottom leg, not on this attire, but on the other one, just decided to break. And because they're pinless, they're not as easy to fix. So, yeah, that wasn't really fun. But so far, so good on this one. The boots didn't pop off and snap, and everything seems to be playing as it should. But now, getting into other stuff, why don't we pop the torso onto the jeans and get the promo Kenny look out? Alrighty, so now that we've got the Kenny Omega in promo gear, or at least one of the variations that you can do with the promo gear, as you can see, I don't have the shirt on him, and that's just because I'm a little scared that the shirt is gonna stain the torso. So if anything, what I may do is I might put the shirt on that figure body and see how it stains, because I've had a bad history of AEW figures coming with straight up black clothing and it stains the figure. Like, I don't know if the body is stained underneath this, but I don't even want to tempt it. I just put the Jake Hager hoodie over a really old Bill Goldberg figure I had, just to put him in the crowd, and it was terrible, because the Jake Hager itself was stained to all hell. But yeah, I don't know, we can attempt to see what the shirt would look like on with the jacket, but it might look a little funky, because the shirt has sleeves, and with that, it might pop out of the jacket and show over the shoulders of the jacket arms, but we'll give it a shot. Well, after taking 5 more years to finally get that look together, we know what the jacket looks like without the shirt on, and now we'll know what the shirt on with the jacket on also looks like. It looks very funky from certain angles because, as you can see, there is a little bit of t-shirt popping out through the jacket, because I don't think they really intended for you to use this t-shirt while you were also using the jacket. But I think I have one more look that will probably actually work a little bit better. You might not have the figure, but who knows? Let's check it out real quick. Alrighty, here's the last look that I would recommend you do if you're gonna have a shirt on underneath the jacket, because of course the shirt itself could just be its own separate Kenny promo gear. But I have this tank top. I have a couple of these tank tops actually. One's on my custom or fix up Brody Lee / Luke Harper that I made quite a while back. But this tank top, because that's what this is a tank top, actually comes with the tracksuit like jogger sweatpants Rock Elite that came out not too long ago from the SmackDown 1000 episode, I think, where him and Becky Lynch like promo roasted Baron Corbin and then kicked his ass in like a 5 to 10 minute promo segment. But that's what that shirt is from that Elite Rock. So if you have that Elite Rock laying around, or if he might have been on your plans of next like go around of figures to try to snag on eBay or whatever, because I know they haven't been selling him on Ringside. That's where I got that tank top from, and I'm sure if you have other tank top shirts and stuff like that, I'm sure you can find something else that also may work too. Or maybe you're an action figure like shirt maker, you can make something that would work better for that. But as far as that goes, why don't we get everything all set up onto the wrestling gear, and we can start breaking this like figure down on rating and start like rounding up the video, shall we? Alrighty, you guys, all in all, I probably said already 40 times, there was a lot to go over with this figure. Of course, I kind of plugged in that last little look that I was talking about where he's just wearing the shirt. I just didn't transfer the necklace over as I'm using the older body, which is sadly a little loose on these pants, so that's a little sad. Not that it matters too much, but I don't know. If I wanted to keep the promo Kenny like on lock and all ready to go, I can't really do that. And well, I can, but it's going to be loose as shit. But the Kenny Omega itself, it's phenomenal. Both the in-ring gear and the promo gear are nice. Both of the head sculpts are pretty decent, at least. I kind of wish he did come with like at least a couple more. Like maybe one more on this side of the face scan and then one more on this side of the face scan to get just one more extra head of both looks. And all in all, I can't really complain too much about this Kenny. The price point it was at was really worth it. Everything is functioning just as well as it should be. If anything, the only complaint I have is the glasses don't really fit on both head sculpts, which is a bummer because there's only two. So you're only going to be able to use those sunglasses with one of the head sculpts. But I mean, he did really only wear sunglasses during his heel Omega run, so I guess it makes sense. But just getting into a couple of action figure comparisons, of course, we've got the other Supreme Cody. Yeah, the other Supreme Cody. The only Supreme Cody I have, alongside the only other Supreme I have. Just trying to get this Kenny Omega to pose a little normal so then I can fit some more figures up in here. We've got, well, I'm gonna be putting them both up in here anyways, but we've got two men who he is kind of currently feuding with right now in Damn Defiant Wrestling, our pick fed show. We've got him up next to the Elite Finn Balor and the Ultimate Edition AJ Styles. Depending on how I plan to release this figure did get reviewed first, but I might end up putting the Kenny Omega review out first. So if you're seeing this without seeing the review, sorry, the review will be up. But we've got the Ultimate Edition Fiend Bray Wyatt, and we've got the Ultimate Edition Brock Lesnar. Now these are all my, like, I guess you could say top tier figures, well, except for the Elite. The Elite is just the Elite figure. But on top of that, I can now finally say I also own 3 of the Walmart exclusive figures, as this is the Walmart exclusive Supreme Cody, Walmart exclusive Supreme Kenny, and Walmart Unrivaled or Unmatched Hangman. I think it was the Unmatched. Now I just need to get the Wardlow and the MJF, which they did have, but I wanted that Shelton Benjamin Elite. I can't lie. I could have had either the Wardlow or the MJF, but the MJF kind of looks a little mid to me, if I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of like every other figure he has, just in green tights. Like, there's not a new head sculpt that makes it like, wow, I really want to buy this so I could use that on other bodies. And it also, I think, uses the same formula as his one Unmatched figure, which had a terrible head sculpt. But, yeah, that besides the point. Let's move Hangman out of the way. The figure of the review is the Kenny Omega. What am I going to scale this out of? I think this Kenny Omega might just be one of the best Kennys that you can get your hands on, whether it be any of the Unmatched Kennys, like the promo Kenny that comes in the suit jacket and stuff, whether it be the one that has like the mechanical looking gear. I can't exactly remember what it's from, but he's got a lot of gears out. And honestly, I don't know exactly which one would be the best one, but if you're going for really good articulation and having the promo gear in one, I would say this might be the best Kenny to go for. Just so you don't gotta track down the separate Kenny Omega for the promo gear. You don't have to track down an in-ring Kenny. You got them both in one. That's something I kind of wish the Cody Rhodes did, was come with like a suit jacket and promo gear and stuff like that. But if anything, I just have Cody in ring gear. Hopefully that'll change at some point down the line. But this figure's already getting into almost a 20-minute review, which my bad on that. I don't normally try to do these that long. But we're going to go with a solid 9 out of 10. We'll give him a good 4.8. I think that's good. A good 4.8 out of 5 stars. This figure is almost damn near perfect. A couple of head sculpts. Another pointer finger. And honestly, I don't know what else he could have come with besides maybe some of the other belts from other companies, but I can understand why they wouldn't have the rights to do like the Impact World Championship and the TNA World Championship and all that. But on that note, if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, you won't hurt my feelings. Feel free to dislike it. But if you did like, feel free to subscribe for future content such as action figure reviews and my wrestling pick fed show. And honestly, at some point down the line, maybe I'll do like some anime action figure reviews or some Marvel action figure reviews. Not that I'll be opening up any of the ones I have, like I've got Gaara and Kakashi and all them. I don't plan on opening up any of those, but maybe if I get some extra copies or whatever, I'll open some up and do some reviews of that too, but for the most part, this is mainly a wrestling channel. So if you're not a wrestling fan, I don't know why you're here. But on that note, have a great rest of your day, you guys. Peace out, yo.